Before I continue, I wanted to throw in this. This is my previous run. I beat the game with these stats. Just to let you know. It was harder, but I managed to do it somehow. And yes, I did collect everything on my own. I also failed to get Caster's Matrix. And now, moving on back to where the action is. Oh wait, I was gonna use a fade. And continuing. I know that war isn't the answer. Even if war is a necessary element in the advancement of humanity, I still can't support its continuation. My reasoning is painfully simplistic. Lives would be lost in war. That's my only reason. I understand the concept of necessary evils, but I refuse to accept the reasoning for their existence. The line of opponents that parade through my mind are dead and gone and will never return. I've experienced the pain of loss throughout this whole ordeal. That alone will always make me oppose war. Twisting the Moon Cell's filtering process into the Holy Grail War is his way of starting a war on Earth. And as warped as his ideals are, my own aren't really that better. Even so, I cannot accept his view of war. Your conclusion is overly sentimental, don't you think? I expected that, but still, give it a bit more thought. Servant, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think I'm evil and should be eradicated? Are you seriously trying to win me over? Don't waste your breath. I'm wholly committed to my master. Caster's reaction is totally expected. It's a relief to see that whatever the situation, she's always herself. Master, to be honest, I don't really think too much about the consequences when I kill. Even before I was a servant, I killed untold numbers of people. I might hold a world record for murder. Yeah. So how do I put this? I don't want to say something like ignorant, like, I killed for you. The person I knew is gone. That man from the past, who hated war above all things, has disappeared forever. And though I don't like thinking about it, if you were to fall, I would never forgive the one who killed you. In this case, I must side with my master. No, I have to admit that you've always been right, master. You need to live your life as you think best, my dear master. And if anything happens, I'll deal with it. As for his servant, I may be on a totally different magnitude, but I will win. Her encouraging words erase any hesitation I had. All I can do now is trust in my feelings and move on. I don't understand. Unlike the other human, you were the embodiment of everything I believe in. That might seem to be the case, but even if we walk the same path, our feelings may be completely opposite. I must have died in the same incident that took twice. However, I learned different lessons in my death. Ugh. Sadly for you, you cannot escape. Only a single master may leave the Moon Cell once they made it here. Once the participants have been reduced to 1, permission is granted to leave the Seraph. This is one thing I cannot change. Moon Cell has made this a rule and fundamental requirement for entry. In other words, there's still you and me. As long as both of us exist, neither can escape this place. So there's no path open to you but the one that leads to the Holy Grail. And given your capricious nature, I can't relax yet. There's no guarantee your potential will shine through. The world has reached its limit as well. Soon it will be too late to overcome stagnation of man. However, Twice Pierceman is wrong. If the Moon Cell can automatically erase irregular data, I cannot go inside. Just like Twice, if I pass through the gate, I will be eliminated. And if Twice somehow wins, he'll gain nothing. In the end, no one will win this fight. But even knowing that, Start epic battle music. I'm not big on brainwashing as it can end in self-destruction, but your spirit might survive the process. It doesn't matter to me if you resist. If you want your wish to come true, you have to defeat me anyway. And such is destiny. At the end of things, this is the conclusion we arrive at. Now then, it's time to bring this chapter in the Holy Grail War to a close. To the victor goes the spoils. That is the way of humanity. Nothing will ever change.
生死のかかった戦いでこそ人は精神を成長させうる。人類にとって私は悪である。だが生命とは天輪するもの。善を生かすために子に救いをもたらすために私はこの力を授かった。見るがいい、凡百のサーバントよ。ムーンセルがその蔵書から私に与えた救いの姿を。
Servant summon!
来たれ救世の英霊。この世でただ一人生の苦しみより下脱した怪盗者よ。
If it is for the purpose of creating the path mankind will follow to the Darham, thus to enlightenment, then I will come forth to grant salvation to all things and guide them with the might of my Viraja.
姉があの人についた最後の答え。世界を救うなんて馬鹿げた考えの行き着く先だったんですね。でも倒さないと神様の助けとかもう時代遅れだし、何より私の新しい愛のために。でも私ちょっと足を引っ張ることになっちゃうかもしれません。
Why's that?
その時は助けてくださいね、ご主人様。私は守ることばっかりで一度も守られたいとか思いませんでした。それが間違いだったんです。マスターとサーバントであっても手を取り合ってこその関係です。ですからここは一つ今までで一番のラブ度を見せつけちゃいましょう。もう過去のことは吹っ切りました。今の私はご主人様一筋。もう他のことなんてどうでもいいんだから。
The words of my servant serve to encourage me. And in the end, Twice was right about one thing. There are some things that conflict can help to grow. And the most important to me is the bond that now exists between me and my servant. Regardless of the strength of the enemy, or the consequence of failure will have on the future, I won't back down. I will face this one last battle with the one who has been with me from the very beginning, by my side. Turn battle.
さあマスター、サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
To live or die by the sword.
私の聖杯
What power do you hold in your hands? Dancing flames, decaying earth, withered ocean.
行きます。最後の力をマスター。
来なさい、最弱のサーバントよ。彼同様、君の健闘もまた私には誇らしい。
I used to have a chart on this guy. Magic out. First turn. All attack power will regain his life.
よく燃えますね。
Oh, you didn't get stunned.
私の本気見せてあげます
Oof.
頂点を砕け
You didn't get stunned from that either. Turn 2.
終わりか
Attack, guard, guard. Wait, is that it? Right. Aha! I totally forgot about that. Since I haven't played this battle in a while and I lost my sheep, I forgot what moves he does on which turn. Extra move!
全力で来たまえ
Critical! Next turn, buff. One mirror lit up. Actually, I think the first move is a buff. Third move. If you attack him during your third move, he will counter you and kill you. Alright, so let's see here. Ah! Power up! Defense up! Or at least an effective. Chaos Heaven! Guard. Even my charts were better than these. Oh, I see what he's up to. I do want the MP healed up. This is an all-guarded move, round. Power up! Extra turn!
全力で来たまえ
Code cast Seal Break!
その目も耳
Or
も
Seal Skill. Skills cannot be used. Mirror 2!
もう本気を出していいですか
Skill, second turn. I don't think he's gonna do a buff, but this is another damage phase, so... Add effect. Block. Eeg. Haha, I'm still alive. Even. The effective block skill has been removed.
嬉しいことは
こ
No, I want the item. Let's see. Break. I don't think so. Let's go. Since my magic is stronger than my physical moves. It's done. I can do like 6,000 points of damage at least. Give or take. Oh crap. Or not. Stop. Jag. I forgot about the code cast. Third mirror. The skill at the beginning of turn. Break, third move. An attack, fifth move. I'm probably gonna die from this. Add effect. Ouch. Oh hey. It was that move again. Ow. Actually, throw in a pure ether. Alright, he's oh no! Ow. Next turn. Thinking. Okay, so he adds another effect. Again, I'm used to having my sheet. Stun! Power up! Ah, a guard. You know what's funny about this? think I would have enough. He's gonna steal my skill, so... Spirit theft up.
その目も耳も不要だ。
Final turn! Fight! Final turn for him.
倒せるか、この私を。
Ooh, let's just do this as a finisher. Enjoy chaos. Perfect. Well, perfect in the sense I didn't have to die. I can hear sounds of battle, and although I've been defeated many times, it's still painful all the same. But I have no regrets. Just as life is an endless cycle, war too will endure. You are proof of that. Twice, who even now holds tightly to his beliefs, slowly begins to fade away like all the others. But whether he's following his own rules or those of the Moon Cell, I cannot say for sure. Now, go and touch the Holy Grail. You'll come to understand many things once you do. One only consuming lives, thriving without a purpose. Our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be right or wrong, I would like you for you to see and judge with your own eyes. If we were both truly righteous or not. And in an instant, I only saw something that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. Without any time to contemplate what was happening, twice Pierceman passes into oblivion. His servant, too, will soon join him into the void. Or not. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down again. Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in a cycle of suffering and death. The one whose thought, enlightenment, through strength and perseverance, still has an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-wrenched battle, in Nerva, let us witness the end of the world, for there lies her salvation. With an expression much like his master's, the servant fades away like a flower losing its petals. the only person to have escaped the cycle of suffering, seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now. He did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human known as Twice Pierceman.
Okay.
Alright then, what should we do now? Rin asks her question in a brittle yet cheerful tone, trying to maintain her aloft attitude. And before you say anything, don't waste your time worrying about me. The moment I lost Lancer, no, the second I entered the Holy Grail War, I was prepared to... I tried to express my concern, but she silently points to the gate in the middle of the room. Her silence speaks volumes. As Twice said earlier, the moment that any anomalous data is detected in the dimension, it will be deleted. She refrains from speaking as she is all too aware of the consequences to come. However, even if I'm to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity. Time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining flares of the war Twice had set ablaze. To put an end to senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War once and for all. The Moon Cell's automaton, the very mind of God, I will seal away so no one will be able to access it again. And also to return her, the last true survivor, safely to her mortal existence. A number of wishes run through my mind, but I won't have time to ask for them all. I can only ask for the most important of my desires. But any wish I make will be influenced by the experiences I gained in fighting in this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, the object that is both bane and boon to the fortunate enough to survive. Insert staircase here. My regret at not being the winning master has never been stronger than it is now. No matter how much I want to force the issue, since I'm not the victor, I cannot go near the Holy Grail. With one last sigh, she retreats into silence. I silently thank her for not making an already painful parting worse than it already is, and continue making my way to the gate. And then, I reach out to touch the Holy Grail, the very core of the Moon Cell. Well, I mean, I really hate what I'm about to say, but it sounds like I'm making excuses for myself. But things could have ended worse. I probably would have lost it twice. Not due to lack of skill, but of heart. That is why I'm glad you're the one who made it to the end. I want you to know that I truly meant that. And the ending begins. Before me stands the Holy Grail. I slowly extend my hand and place it on the core of the Moon Cell. The instant I make contact with it, I'm drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I'm being absorbed into it like a water being absorbed by a sponge. In the short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed into the Moon Cell. I can see everything that exists within it, every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information and ideas stored in the Moon Cell forms an eradicate collage that no human could decipher, although I sense a pattern. In fact, I cannot say that Twice's interpretation of human history as recorded by the Moon Cell was wrong. For war has always brought change. But in this day and age, humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout it all, the moon cell continues silently record what it sees, without it ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data it records, it files away its conclusion and resumes its role of voyeur. It is there on Earth that the whole of human existence is contained. Whatever the triumphs and tragedies befall mankind and their world, the moon cell continues to silently observe and record. It is that strength, that force of existence that twice failed to see and understand. But now it's not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is. Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without a single mistake, I think. Now, all there is for me is to do wait for the end of my tedious existence to come. However, oddly, the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one with the moon cell, I share its unique view of time where it infinitely can be contained in a single second. So even the briefest moment seems somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even with that, it... Huh? You're not being ripped into virtual shreds yet? Could that guy have been wrong? I can hear my servant mutter into my ear. They aren't there in person, but as part of the Holy Grail. My guess is that my servant somehow slipped unseen into the Holy Grail at the same time I entered. But of course, I will stay by my master's side right up to and including the very end. I mean, what kind of horrible wife would I be if I didn't help my dear master perform their final duty? No matter how weak I may be, I will continue the fight until my body is turned to dust. So that's what she's doing. With the added additional presence, the time the moon cell needs to finish the elimination process is increased. She came here to help me one last time, no matter the cost to herself. Some things will never change. However, a delay this long can't be a result of my servant's presence. Something else must be going on. Since I'm connected to the whole moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to find what's going on. What seems to be only a heartbeat, the whole of my consciousness arrives as one long data file. Blech. Ah, this data is all about you, right? What does this term mean? Cryogenic storage. The info in this data file concerns a patient with fatal brain disease that affects memory retention. And the only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat this disease died in a terrorist attack. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put into cryogenic storage. If there is a living human that shares my exact identity, then it may be more than random bits of data. This must be the reason why I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. But I'm sure the girl didn't come here as a Megas. I'm just a copy of that person trapped in an endless dream. However the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure that my time here is fast coming to an end. However, there remains enough time to send out one final message. Meanwhile, on Earth... And roll credits. Those are some impressive ruins, I might say. Now, I'm not doing that usual, credits thing because there's too many people to name and I don't want to miss anybody.
何このデータ。あんた、本当は生きて。あ、いや、違うわね。これはあなたのモデルになったデータに過ぎない。今そこにいるあなたとイコールじゃない。
So?
でも、 これもあなたなのよね。同じ心を、魂の形を持った。そっか。同じ今を一緒に生きているんだ。
We do.
いいわ。負けっぱなしは性に合わないし、こうなったら何としても探し出してあげようじゃない。
Don't kill me, please.
それでまだ眠ってたら叩き起こしてあげる。一発きっついのお見舞いすれば目も覚めるだろうし。
Fear for my life.
まあできれば再会の場所はどこかの学校の景色が綺麗な夕暮れの屋上でとかが望ましいけど。
What's with rooftops?
それまでずっと待っていてね。約束するわ。きっとまた。
Oop. That promise was to both the girl that sleeps and the girl who begins to fade. Once she leaves this place, we will meet again. And it's because of that promise that I can finally allow myself to be at peace. And roll of remaining credits. Or display a black screen. Oh, there we go. Like I was saying, there's too many people to list. Yeah, I'm making excuses. Sue me. No, don't sue me. That would be a bad idea. I just don't want to, like, miss somebody, like I was saying. But thank you for supporting this project. And hopefully you guys can be around for anything else I do. Your support is really needed. I was just kind of glad that I only had to take one try through that whole ordeal. I'll put that in quotes. Because originally it took me a lot longer. Well, then I also had to quit and train up, so as you might have saw my stats from my other playthrough, if I threw them in, if I wasn't being lazy. You know. "72 parts, not bad." Although I'm gonna take a week break from another series. For those of you who don't know, I held this and versus another game in a open vote. The game that lost the open vote will be next. Yes, this pre-generated text. Just kidding. But again, that won't be for another week or so. Also, I want to throw this in here. Yes, I was making decisions that were close to my original game. I'm just glad that everybody else agreed. Okay, there was this one complainer who called me a low-life loser. Why? I can understand that, yes, it seems weird that I choose things like I do, but it's not my fault, I swear! Okay, it is my fault, whatever. But it shouldn't matter what choices I make, as long as I make it interesting. Yes, And all Fate fans who supported this. And the game, apparently. And we make it back to the bottom of the ocean. Based on the original work, Fate Stay Night. Like I said, nobody listens to me. So there's one battle left to do. I'm not sure I follow you. You're saying that there's another you? I'm assuming that's a good thing. But to me, you're the only master that matters. So another you wouldn't affect me one bit. If it make you feel any better, I wouldn't mind serving that other master, but for now, I'll just concentrate on being with you until the end, master. My servant's faith in me has been unshakable all this time. Their devotion has been overwhelming at times, but right now I'm truly grateful for it. Although I'm relieved to know that there is another me out there, I'm sad that this one has to disappear. The dissolution of my current self has begun. Outside the Holy Grail, Rin's voice begins to fade away. As what makes me compressed into the smallest unit of illicit data, I think on about my slumbering self. When she wakes up her memory will be a blank page. No friends, no family to help or guide her. I wonder how strange new world will appear to her. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What am I saying? If that's the only thing that to be lost, then that'd be okay. Although I'll miss those I met along the way, the world will still be here. And as long as the path before me remains, I will continue to walk it. There is no grades, even for goals and wishes, no matter how small they may seem to others. As long as I keep moving forward, they will eventually come into fruition. As it is the desire for that wish to become reality that will keep you going until the end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. I will be able to live with them and eventually move forward into the future with them. I can't believe how promising and hopeful the future sounds. I can't wait for it to arrive. Finish. All what's left is to save clear data. You can save your progress as cleared data. This data will carry certain items over into a new game. Be careful not to accidentally overwrite this data when saving. Save cleared game data? Sure, why not? Not like I'm gonna use it, so... Oh yeah, this top one. Yep. And my icon becomes white. And we're back at the title screen! Whee! Not really. So, tune in again for whatever I do next.